Hey guys, this is Kurt and welcome to Promo Look At. These are basically videos of things I do for tabletop gaming. And without further ado, today's promo that we're going to be looking at is for Specter, a game by Emerson Masucci. If I spelled your name wrong, I am so sorry, but I'm terrible with names. And these are basically the only two promos that I know of that are for out for Specter. I mean, they never really released a promo other than these two guys right here. And I'm gonna start off with and here's a close-up back of it, and they both have the same one, but I'm gonna start off with EMP grenade. So this is basically how the EMP grenade looks like, and here's a closer look of it. So you're asking, what does the EMP grenade do? And it's pretty simple. You just reveal this card. Choose a vehicle within 4 spaces of your agent. Hunters cannot move the chosen vehicle or use its equipment, example motion sensor, until the beginning of your next turn. So what do you mean by steps? Well, it means basically in the board, when you look at this, you're going to be 4 steps away. So let's just say I'm at P12 and they were directly in front of me in L12. If you use the EMP grenade from here for these 4 steps, yes, it will work. And then that will automatically stop the vehicle, and they cannot use anything from the vehicle. So that can also be from L10 to, if we skip this to N8, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, and if we were at 7, I believe we can, but seeing how there's like this wall there, I believe not. But then again, the car only moves through these sections that really don't have obstacles, but it does say 4 steps away. So if you're looking at it diagonally, up, down, it should work because it does say 4 steps. It doesn't say 4 steps in a row within this plain sight, 4 steps diagonally. It does not say that. So because it doesn't say that, I assume you can't throw it unless there's an obstacle in the way. Then I'm going to say no, because obviously you're just throwing it at the obstacle. But if it was like an M10 and I wasn't at 7, so let's see, 9, 8, 7, and I threw it, yeah, it will affect. But that's what EMP grenade does. It basically makes you stun the car for 1 turn. And basically they can't use any of the abilities. So if the puppet master was there to use the motion sensor and to be like locating, no, that basically kind of cancels out because the vehicle is no longer available. And that is EMP grenade. Before I forget, there's like a pretty cool picture, but with that guy in the background, like with his dark eyes, it looks like it's a shadow. And you get to see like the EMP grenade hit it in the side. So that's basically how it looks like, and it's for the agent. Oh, and another thing, yes, this is for the agent. So you basically choose this. I believe it was 4-3. I can't recall now. 4-3 cards you choose for your equipment before you go and you start infiltrating the place. So this is one of the 3 or 4 you can get. I'm sorry if I don't remember. And the next one I'm going to talk about, again, it has the same background, is Proximity Mine. And here's a closer look of it. And this one actually looks pretty cool. Like, that guy pretty much got hit hard with this device. Oh yeah, and that was another thing. This one is a grenade, and this one is a device. So with this device, basically what does it do? And it basically says that do not reveal this card. Mark M on the space up to 2 spaces away from your location. At the start of your turn, if there are 1 or more hunters within 4 spaces of the marked space, reveal this card and stun those hunters. Now, here's where I kind of don't like the wording, because they should say that mark M on this booklet. So you basically mark the M, and I'm going to say it's M10 this time. And you mark the M on this, not on the board, because then they're going to be like, what did this person just do? And then I think it's not fair if, you know, somebody comes up to there and they're like, what do you did here? And then all of a sudden you get hit with the proximity mine, and I was like, oh, it was a trap. But no, you mark M here, and then when someone appears to the M, so let's just say they were at K10, that proximity mine would activate. No, M10, K10, yeah. Proximity mine will activate because it's 2 spaces away. So it's basically in a circular location for this one. It's a bit small, but it could still affect the character and the. Yeah, you stun them, so that means that they don't really move or anything. They didn't really say anything about this. See, that's another wording problem, because people will be like, well, am I stuck for one turn? And I would say yes, you are, because it's like, well, the player takes another turn. That's how I see this card, because it's like you stun them, so now they can't move, and then you were able to escape. So it's a very good card to basically escape. If they caught you and you threw the proximity mine, and then you start running and they're chasing you, and then they hit the proximity mine, then yes, they're stunned for that turn, and then they can't chase you, and then you have an extra turn. So that's how I play this card, because it doesn't really say it. At the start of your turn, if there are one or more with four spaces of the marked space, reveal this card and stun those hunters. So it doesn't really say a specific. It doesn't specify what it really does. So I basically say it stuns them, you take another turn, and you continue. That's how I played. I know some people will probably play it differently, or they'll be like, oh, okay, you can't attack me or chase me, that's it, your turn is done there. It all depends on the person who plays this game, and and what house rulings they use, because again, sometimes these cards don't really have the wording. But yeah, but I think it's pretty cool. This guy's just getting really hit with the electricity. He's like, oh, damn. So it's pretty cool. So these are basically the two promos for Specter Ops. The only two. Now, are they available? Sadly, no. These were actually a pre-order giveaway when you pre-ordered Specter Ops from Plathead Games. So they will give you these two guys as a bonus for the game. And then the only other way you were able to get it, because I guess people complained, they were like, oh, but now I can't get these two cards, and it's like, but I want them, and blah blah blah. So then all of a sudden, when they released the Kickstarter, not released, when the Kickstarter for the Dice Tower came out in 2012, no, 16, my bad, season 12, that's how I confused them, sorry guys, 2012, not 2016, for the season 12 Kickstarter, they were also available in Pack Z. So if you guys also wanted them, you could have gotten them from their Pack Z promotional item package, and you were also able to get them. But those are the only two ways I knew you can actually get these guys. Other than that, you can't get them. They're pretty hard to find. If you find them on eBay, they go up for a higher price. I managed to get these guys. I believe it was for $25, and then they were sold out. The guy had actually 2 copies of this, but yeah, they're pretty hard to get, so it's not like you can get them easily, and they are going for a higher price. I didn't check the geek market. I should have checked it, but maybe there's somebody trading it there, maybe there is somebody selling it in the geek market, but I forgot to really check it. But other than that, is it worth getting these guys? It gives more variety to the agent when you're choosing your items, your equipment. So I like it for that aspect, but will it change the game? No, it just adds a new spice to the game, and especially if you play the game and all of a sudden somebody uses a proximity mine or an EMP gun, and you're like, wait, this is not a normal card that happened. It's like, is this fake? Like, no, this was a promotional card. So it kind of does confuse somebody if they're for playing for like many times and they never got to see these promos. So it will be like more of a juicy twist to them, because they were like, well, I didn't expect this. So I would say I do recommend them, but the problem is the price, and getting them is gonna be very hard. Now, the only caveat I'm gonna have with these, and hopefully they actually do bring them into the app, is basically the Specter Ops app, where you have the whole map and you have the equipment and everything, and they were working on this. I don't believe it's out yet, but they've been working on it for like a year or two now. And it's like, well, are you adding these promotional items to the game? Yeah, it's gonna suck that we don't own them physically for the board game, and we can't choose them, but you could choose them in the app, and then it'll be okay. So I think that'll be an awesome thing that they do add. But then again, they're also releasing the Broken Continent Specter Ops version. I forgot the name of that one, and it seems like they're going to lean towards that one for the application instead of the original. But I don't know. I really do hope that these are in the application. That way, these guys, even though if you want them physically, yeah, they'll be expensive, but you can use them in the app, and that'll be like fair for everybody who didn't really get these cards. But yeah, these guys are awesome. I do like them. I did get them. Last thing before I forget, and that is, oh no, I dropped it. They do fit in standard sheet plastics, so both of them actually do. So if you want to purchase these guys and get them, that's up to you. If you believe you shouldn't, leave it in the comments below. But with that being said, I got a special thanks to you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.